Die X.DAYS 2016 führten uns nicht nur in die Welt der Digitalisierung und des Internets, sondern auch hin zu der dunklen Seite, die sich aufbaut über die Digitalisierung und im Internet. Es ist The Dark Net, das dunkle Netz. Jamie Bartlett ist der Experte. Jamie, what is the Dark Net?
Well, it's shorthand for something called Tor Hidden Services. It's a network of between 10 and 50,000 websites that are very difficult to censor, very difficult to close down, and which people access anonymously. So it's become a kind of wild west where the good, the bad, and the ugly all intermingle.
The good, the bad, and the ugly. So what's the good side of it? Let's start with that.
Well, because of those conditions of anonymity and privacy that are provided on the dark net, of course you will find whistleblowers there, journalists, political activists, great advice about how to stay secure online. I mean, an incredibly valuable tool in many respects. And the browser, the Tor browser that people use to get there, has won several awards. Free software awards for its role in encouraging the spread of privacy and democracy and freedom around the world.
You said the good, the bad, the ugly. Who are the bad guys up there? What's the bad activity that's happening on the dark net?
Well, yeah, so of course those very same conditions are very useful to keep people hidden for nefarious purposes as well. So it has become a place where people will buy and sell illegal narcotics in highly competitive marketplaces. There are hacking services freely available to buy data that have been stolen and that are being sold or resold there, illegal pornography. I mean, anything, I suppose, that people have reason to keep hidden and secret when they're doing it finds a natural home there.
So what's your advice to businesses? Should you go mingle in the Wild West with the good, the bad, and the ugly?
You've got to be careful going there and mingling, but you should be aware of it. You should be aware of it because it's become incredibly important for the good guys, for internet security, which frankly every company now needs to be really aware of and thinking about. And also because of the bad stuff. I mean, it's not inconceivable that companies will find their personal information being leaked there, that they will find their security details being leaked there. So it's not something that companies can just pretend doesn't exist or leave for someone else to deal with.
During your speech, you said, if you buy cocaine, that's the big if you buy cocaine, do so on the dark net and don't go out and buy it in the streets. Why?
Well, this is the interesting thing about internet privacy and anonymity. It creates weird and unexpected benefits, and one of them is the market for illegal narcotics on the dark net is incredibly competitive, and as a result, it has huge benefits for consumers. Product quality in these competitive markets, as competitive markets tend to do, tends to go up. The vendors are incredibly polite, they're very attentive. The price tends to go down, and it's very easy. You know, it's a case of putting in an address, paying online like Amazon or eBay, but with the cryptocurrency Bitcoin, and waiting for your high-quality products to turn up. I'm not suggesting anyone does that, but what I'm saying is that the people that do that will find benefits there because they have more predictable purity of drugs, they don't have to hang around on street corners, and they get it at a highly competitive price. That's good for consumers, but it can be good for society because it takes away a lot of the street crime that's associated with drugs, the sort of petty wars over turf. On the other hand, of course, it means more people can access more drugs, and that's not a good thing.
As a company, why would I want to be in the Wild West?
Because the Wild West is often where there's so much creativity and innovation. On these darknet markets, for example, there's just a constant flurry of activity relating to how cryptocurrencies can become more secure, how markets can become more decentralized and secure, how people's privacy can be secure, because they have to be. They're operating in very inhospitable circumstances. Major companies can learn from that because data security and data privacy is something that everyone now cares about.
All right. Jamie Bartlett, thank you so much. Wenn Sie das dunkle Netz, The Dark Net, weiterentdecken wollen, ein guter Start ist sicherlich das Buch von Jamie Bartlett und alles weitere über die X.DAYS gibt es unter www.nzz-xdays.com.